multi-vehicle. Morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm meteorologist Eric Gage for Hannah this morning.
And you just reminded me, it is Friday the 13th.
It doesn't happen too often. At least every 4 years, every 11 years, depending on how the calendar sets up. Next Friday 13th, 2028. So a bit of time before we return to it again, so let's enjoy it, at least for today. I know I'm probably going to be watching a Halloween movie tonight to celebrate at least briefly. Temperatures, a chilly start this morning. Had to grab that, I wouldn't say winter jacket just yet, but definitely a heavier jacket. Temperatures near or below freezing in a lot of the areas. Big Moose 35, Inlet 33 as of 5 a.m. Westmoreland 35, Utica 38, Little Falls 35 as well. Into the south, Skegness 32 degrees, Sherburne 34, and Cooperstown with 35 degrees. Now, besides the chilly start to the day, things are quiet on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, and we're going to expect to remain quiet for the most part today. So again, some sunshine is expected for what we're tracking. Weekend is still looking mostly dry, fighting cloud cover. And that'll be an important factor in possibly at least seeing a solar eclipse coming in later on tomorrow afternoon. And regardless, though, cool fall-like weather will continue for the near future. And again, for today, highs approaching the mid to upper 50s with partly sunny skies, a pleasant end to the work week. And we have what to expect in detail for this coming weekend coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Developing this morning a portion of Route.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. We have an update to our fall foliage report thanks to reports and pictures sent in from viewers. Looking at the North Country, most of the areas now past peak, a lot more grays, still some color left in some outlying areas, but for the most part, the bordering edge of the higher elevations of the North Country are currently at peak conditions, as well as some hilltops, both north and south of the Mohawk Valley. The valley itself still in the midpoint. Some colors are starting to really pick up in some areas, but still plenty of green, at least for some lower elevations, and the more colors are expected to be visible probably within this coming week. That's when the rest of the lower elevations will reach peak colors. And regarding the forecast for this weekend, if you're traveling anywhere, looking at the North Country still being largely unaffected by this, and for the most part, it looks like my remote is appearing to not work right now. So, well, the forecast, well, I can tell you right now, actually, the rainfall looks to stay generally south of the Mohawk Valley. That's the northernmost extent of the rainfall. The Mohawk Valley and North Country at this point still look to be only seeing mostly cloudy skies for Saturday, maybe a brief shower for Sunday, but for right now, that's how the weather for this weekend is currently trending. Gary?
A lot of leaves falling.
Yep.
Eric, thanks. There were a lot of...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. Happy Friday. A chilly start to your day with pleasant conditions expected throughout the afternoon and evening. And as we head into this weekend, not the best forecast, but also not the worst. Here's a live look at downtown Utica from Rex's camera. Looks like the left turn lane right there looks to be closed down currently on Oriskany Street heading to the east. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are quiet and dry across central New York for this morning. Overnight lows bottomed out in the 20s. Old Forge, the lowest temperature recorded on the New York State Mesonet network. Woodgate 29, Camden 33, as well as Morrisville, Oppenheim, Springfield, and Westmoreland with 34 and 35 degrees. What to wear this morning? Again, a chilly start to the day. However, temperatures will quickly warm up into the upper 50s, so only need that heavier jacket for the morning. Just a lighter jacket or sweater will be needed for the afternoon and evening. And no rainfall is expected for today, so you don't need to grab that umbrella for this afternoon. A look at the weekend forecast. Again, it's not the best, but not the worst. We got some cloud cover we're battling for Saturday, and the rain showers we were tracking, at least for the past week, still keep trending south. However, not ruled out entirely for the southern valleys. We have those rain showers in the forecast for those of you down there. Other than that, though, Mohawk Valley and North Country looking mostly, if not entirely, dry for Saturday. Sunday still looking mostly dry. We got lake effect rainfall coming off of Lake Ontario west of our area. We'll keep an eye on how far east that will move. But for now, we're keeping things dry for Sunday. And the bigger picture, this is what we're keeping an eye out for right here. This stationary front is getting squeezed by this high pressure. Look at how the rainfall is kind of moving north and then kind of pancaking right here along this line. Now we're keeping an eye on how far north that line goes as this slowly starts to sweep across the northeast into central New York. And thoughts are for now is that that rainfall will generally stay in the southern tier and the northernmost extent in Chenango and Otsego counties. And so looking at our skycast for the next few days, again this morning, still there was some cloud cover in the north country. Other than that, though, partly sunny skies expected across the Mohawk Valley and southern valleys for this afternoon. Highs approaching the mid to upper 50s. As we head into tonight, mostly cloudy skies, temperatures cooling down into the upper 30s to low 40s. And our forecast for Saturday still trending dry with mostly cloudy skies, and those rain showers generally still sticking south of central New York. And so for today, highs in the mid to upper 50s, partly sunny skies. Tonight, increasing clouds, lows in the upper 30s to low 40s. In our 7-day forecast, looking at mostly cloudy skies for the weekend, and cloud cover continues for Monday. Some rain showers arrive Tuesday into Wednesday, and Thursday at this point are looking more dry. But a common trend right now is people are wondering, is there another big warm-up coming up? And for the most part, we're still sticking into more fall-like temperatures in the 50s.
So not a bad weekend ahead either.
Not too bad, yeah. It could be worse. I know last week we had some rain showers, and now just some cloud cover.
Not too bad.
I'll take it.
Eric, thanks. The time right now, 5:22. Still ahead. Thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Libitor.
And I'm meteorologist Eric Gage, and for Hannah this morning.
And Friday the 13th, and it is a chilly one out there.
Oh, yeah. And I wanted to mention, too, that we had Friday the 13th in 2006, 2017, and now. So it's not a pretty common thing to have. So definitely enjoy the spooky, superstitious Friday the 13th conditions for today. And it's going to be nice weather, too. We got some sunshine peeking in this afternoon. Dry weather expected. So although it's a chilly start, warming up throughout the afternoon. In fact, how chilly is it this morning? Look at the temperatures across the area. Below freezing in some parts of the North Country this morning. However, as of 5:30, already warmed up to 37 degrees up north in Big Moose, 34 over in Inlet. Mohawk Valley still near freezing. Little Falls 34, Westmoreland and Whitesboro 35 degrees. And to the south, Cooperstown 35, Skeevis up a degree in the past half hour, 33. So Sherburne with 33 degrees as well. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are dry across central New York, and that will be the story for today. Some sunshine is expected, was what we're going to be tracking for this afternoon. Weekend is still looking mostly dry. We're fighting cloud cover, and that could be concerning, especially for those of you who want to go and watch the partial solar eclipse tomorrow around noontime. However, cool fall-like weather will continue for the near future. And for today, highs approaching the mid to upper 50s, partly sunny skies, a pleasant Friday end of the work week. And on top of that, I'll explain what to expect for your football forecast tonight, as well as the weekend forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast, never more than 10 minutes away. Questions this morning?
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. A look at your football forecast for tonight. Heading into Friday night lights, great weather is expected. Temperatures starting out at kickoff in the low 50s with partly cloudy skies. Halftime a little bit on the chillier side in the upper 40s. Regardless, again, pleasant football weather is expected for tonight as well. So you're planning on attending the Comets game, the opener. Again, great weather, dry across the board, but still just bring a lighter jacket heading out to that as well. On the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we are quiet and dry across central New York, and that will be the similar condition expected for the most part of today. And current conditions right now, temperature-wise, kind of the chilly side, 35 degrees measured at Rome, and thankfully though calm winds, so the wind chill isn't too bad as well, with of course clear skies in the valley. Cloud cover currently in the North Country right now, and Clouds will slowly come to an end for some parts of the area with partly sunny skies this afternoon. Temperatures climbing up into the upper 50s, a great end of the work week, and we do have more information on what to expect for the weekend forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. The Utica Comets will face off against their
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and happy Friday. A chilly start to the day today with temperatures ranging in the upper 20s to even the mid 30s across the area. Beautiful weather is expected for this afternoon, though, with temperatures climbing up into the mid to upper 50s. Here's a live look at downtown Utica from an Nexus camera. Still looking at clear skies in the valley, some cloud cover in the north country this morning. Other than that, though, quiet conditions with no rainfall expected for this morning, this afternoon, or this evening. And rainfall cutting it close this weekend, but still missing a lot of central New York. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are quiet at this point this morning. Temperatures on the chilly side starting out. Take a look at this morning's lows. 27 bottoming out in Old Forge, 29 in Woodgate, 32 Camden, 30 Morrisville. We actually have several areas of central New York falling below freezing. I know we had a report in Inlet that was also frost was found, at least in some parts of the North Country as well. Springfield, Westmoreland still checking in above freezing as of 5:45 this morning. And of course, what to wear when you head out this morning. Grab that heavier jacket, as again, temperatures will start out in the low to even mid 30s. Warming up, though, into the upper 50s by this afternoon, so don't need it too long. And to look at your weekend forecast, not too bad, but it could be better. Other than that, though, we do have cloud cover expected for Saturday for the North Country and Mohawk Valley. Rain cutting it close for the southern valleys, leaving it in the forecast for now, but that could change depending on where that frontal boundary moves. Regardless, though, cloud cover expected for Sunday. We're still monitoring lake effect rain showers west of our area and how far east they will move. But for now, we're keeping things mostly cloudy for both those days. And again, aside from Saturday, in the southern valleys, that's where the rainfall is most likely to be expected. The bigger picture, this is the rainfall system we're monitoring right here, and how far north it goes depends on how strong this high pressure remains coming into Saturday. And more detail on our Skycast heading into this weekend. Again, for Friday, for today, some lingering cloud cover in the North Country, partly sunny skies across the valley and south, warming up into the upper 50s by this afternoon. Looking at increasing clouds overnight tonight, and temperatures falling down into the upper 30s to low 40s. And for Saturday, still those rain showers generally sticking south of central New York, and we're still going to be battling some cloud cover throughout the day. And so for today, highs in the upper 50s, partly sunny skies. Tonight, increasing clouds, lows in the upper 30s to low 40s. And our 7-day forecast, we're looking at dry conditions for this weekend for the most part. More rain showers are possible for Tuesday and parts of Wednesday, which are now looking more and more dry. And as we're looking at the temperatures as well, still looking very fall-like. So as we head into this weekend, just still fall temperatures, relatively dry weather, just overall pleasant weekend. Not too bad, but could be better.
Yeah, this morning, 20s up north, though, huh?
Ooh, chilly.
Yeah. Eric, thanks. The time right now is 5:53. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm meteorologist Eric Gage, in for Hannah this morning.
And Friday the 13th, feeling a little spooky, almost like October with this cool weather.
Yeah, that's right. Chilly start this morning. When I walked outside, I had a lighter jacket on, and I walked right back in and grabbed a heavier jacket, too. Definitely want to grab that as you head out the door this morning. Warming up, though, into the upper 50s, so a pleasant October day is in store for us for today, with some sunshine peeking out as well. Now, I look at what current temperatures are this morning. Again, grab that heavier jacket. Areas, at least in the North Country, parts of just north of the Mohawk Valley as well, have fallen below freezing or near freezing. 32 Clinton, 32 Inlet, 35 degrees with Mike in New Hartford, and to the south, Tom and Lawrence, 33 degrees. Scott and Emerson with 33 as well. Milford, 35. Deb and Hartwick, 30 degrees. And also Westford, also with 38 degrees this morning. So again, a chilly start to your Friday. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are quiet across central New York, and things will remain quiet for today. And for the most part, and north of the Mohawk Valley for tomorrow. And what we're tracking, some sunshine for today, weekend looking mostly dry. We're all going to be fighting cloud cover, especially for those of you who are interested in watching the partial solar eclipse arriving by tomorrow around noontime. Beyond that, though, cool fall-like weather will continue for the near future. And for today, highs approaching the upper 50s with partly sunny skies. Again, a pleasant end to the work week. We have more details on your full weekend forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. A portion of Route 12 South in Trent.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. Here is a look at the fall foliage report for this coming weekend. The peak fall colors in North Country have come and gone. Now past peak for a lot of those higher elevations near the high peaks, Old Forge, Inlet, the Route 28 drive all the way up there too, showing more grays. Still some color lingering there too, but again, the peak colors are over and done with for a lot of the higher elevations. Regardless, though, Southern Valley's now entering peak phase, as well as the bordering edge of those higher elevations in the North Country as well. Still seeing beautiful fall colors at this point. Mohawk Valley still seeing the midpoint of fall colors and fall foliage, and about a week away from seeing peak colors, especially with the warmer and drier conditions we saw in September. It's delayed a little bit of the colors for the lower elevations for this month of October. And regarding the forecast for this coming weekend, we're still dodging this area of heavier rainfall. Generally south of the viewing area. Take a look at this right here. We have one model showing the rain only really reaches the southern tip of Otsego County, generally Sidney, just south of Norwich. However, over here, the northernmost extent reaches the northern portion of Otsego and Chenango counties. But our intuition is that it's more likely this scenario right here. The rainfall will avoid a lot of the area. But regardless, we're going to still be expecting some cloud cover for the most part heading into this weekend. Gary?
Eric, thanks. There were a lot of smiling faces at Harts Hill Inn over in...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. Happy Friday. Temperatures on the chilly side this morning in the 30s. Warming up into the 50s by this afternoon. Here's a live look at Oneonta. The twilight of this morning as the sun is below the horizon. Sunrise just under an hour or so away. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are quiet across central New York this morning. Quiet weather is expected for the entire time of this day today. So if you do have plans going out to see some football games, go into the Comets game, the opener for tonight, again, beautiful weather. We'll just bring a light jacket as temperatures will cool down into the 40s again for tonight. A recap of this morning lows. Take a look at some of these temperatures. Very chilly. Old Forge, Woodgate bottoming out in the 20s. 27 in Old Forge, 29 in Woodgate. And some parts of higher elevations, including Morrisville, Oppenheim, Springfield, Camden, all measuring near or below freezing. Westmoreland also at 34 degrees. And so heading out this morning, grab that heavier coat as you head out the door. Temperatures starting out in the 30s, warming up into the upper 50s by this afternoon, so you won't need it for the evening hours. Just a lighter fall jacket it will be needed. A look at your weekend forecast planner. Starting out for Saturday, we're dodging some rain showers for the southern valleys, but the rain looks to hold off for the Mohawk Valley and North Country. So we have cloudy conditions for Saturday. Temperatures seasonably in the mid-50s. For any exception to the southern valleys, the chance of seeing some light rain. Haven't removed it from the forecast just yet. For Sunday, though, still looking at mostly cloudy skies for all three areas, and looking at lake effect rain coming off of Lake Ontario west of central New York, but for now it looks to stay outside of our area, so we're keeping things dry with mostly cloudy conditions for that forecast. Radar and satellite showing a stationary front moving slowly to the east, and this is our weather maker we're keeping an eye out for on how far north this rain band goes into our weekend planner. It all determines on how strong this high pressure is to the north. And in more detail in our Skycast, the most likely scenario we're expecting is that rainfall will generally stay south of most of central New York. So For today, partly sunny skies, cloud cover lingering in the north country throughout the day. Temperatures climbing up into the upper 50s. Looking at mostly cloudy skies tonight, lows falling into the upper 30s to low 40s. And then heading into tomorrow, that rainfall still looks to stay south of a lot of the area, but we're still dealing with mostly cloudy skies throughout the day. And so for today, highs in the upper 50s, partly sunny skies. Tonight, increasing clouds, lows falling into the upper 30s to low 40s. Our 7-day forecast. Your weekend forecast is looking mostly dry with mostly cloudy skies Saturday and Sunday. Cloud cover lingering on Monday with some spotty rain showers possible for Tuesday, but the bigger trend as well is no real warm up or cool down on the horizon. Still looking pretty much on average for typical mid-October.
Yeah, let's enjoy today. It's going to be nice out.
It's beautiful, yep.
Eric, thanks. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us. And thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm meteorologist Eric Gage, in for Hannah this morning.
And spooky Friday the 13th and some pretty low temperatures out there.
Yeah, some areas are actually clocking in below freezing in the North Country, Southern Valleys, even parts of North and South of the Mohawk Valley itself. Chilly start, bringing in that, I would say, winter jacket. I had to break that out this morning. And for today, though, warming up into the mid to upper 50s, so more seasonably pleasant conditions with sunshine, too.
Good.
But heading out this morning, temperatures as you wake up are still hovering in the 30s. Here's a look at the local temperatures from our sky watchers across central New York. Starting out with Mike in New Hartford, 35 degrees. Bob in Clinton, 32 as well. And on top of that, we also have Sean in Inlet with 32 degrees, so still hovering right on freezing. Southern Valley, Stewart in Cooperstown with 33 degrees. Tom and Lawrence, 33 as well, and also Scott Emerson with 33 as well. Deb in Hartwick, 30 degrees. We also have Dave in Westford with 38 degrees. And then finally, we also have Mark in Milford with 35 degrees as well. In a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we currently have quiet and dry conditions across central New York. What we're tracking for today, some sunshine expected in the afternoon. Weekend looking mostly dry, fighting cloud cover. Well, other than that, cool fall-like weather will continue for the majority of the near future. And for today, highs approaching the upper 50s with partly sunny skies. We have a look at the forecast for tonight for your Friday Night Lights football forecast, plus the weekend ahead coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast, never more than 10 minutes away. Now to the Israel.
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
It's Friday, so it's time for Friday Night Football under the lights. And a great forecast tonight for that, too. No rainfall is expected. So again, great weather. Temperatures at kickoff in the low 50s with partly cloudy skies, both for the kickoff and for halftime. Halftime temperatures still hovering in the mid to upper 40s, depending on your location. So again, regardless, no rainfall is expected for tonight. And currently, in the live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we are seeing no rainfall, at least currently. And for today, again, no rainfall is expected. Current temperatures still on the chilly side, 35 degrees in Rome right now with clear skies. Cloud cover currently in the North Country right now with partly sunny skies expected throughout the day today as high temperatures quickly warm up into the upper 50s by this afternoon. We have a look at what to expect for your weekend planner coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Later today, the Utica Comets will face off against their...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. A chilly start to your Friday with temperatures across the area ranging in the 20s for lows into the 30s across some parts of the Mohawk Valley. Here's a beautiful shot of the sunrise here in Oneonta from our camera atop Hartwick College. Some valley fog starting to develop early this morning. Be careful of that as you head out the door. But on top of that, too, grab a heavier jacket as temperatures still are on the chilly side. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are quiet across central New York. Dry conditions are expected for today. And recapping this morning's lows, a chilly start to your day. Overnight lows in the North Country, Old Forge and Woodgate, 29 degrees, 27 Old Forge. A lot of areas actually falling below freezing too. Morrisville 30, Camden 31 degrees. Westmoreland pretty close, 33. Springfield, the warmest of the bunch at 34 degrees. So again, heading out the door this morning, grab a heavier jacket. Won't need it for the afternoon though, as temperatures climb up into the upper 50s with partly sunny skies. A look at your weekend forecast. Starting out for Saturday, mostly cloudy skies across a lot of the area as a frontal boundary moves into the southern portion of New York, roughly the southern tier. Rain showers can't be ruled out 100% for the southern valleys, but we'll say it's going to be dry for the Mohawk Valley and north for Saturday. Sunday, some lake effect rain clouds are possible off of Lake Ontario west of our area, but based off of the current trajectory of those rain showers, leaving right now mostly dry with cloud cover expected for Sunday for all three portions of the viewing area. And the bigger picture, this is what we're monitoring right here, a stationary front that's running into this high pressure. This is squeezing moisture along this line. You can actually see those rain showers pushing north and then kind of pancaking right here along this line. And how far north this goes is dependent on our weekend forecast. And as you can see right here, as we head into the weekend, the rain showers look to still stay generally south of central New York. But to our forecast for today, some morning clouds in the North Country, partly sunny to even mostly sunny skies starting out the day across the Mohawk Valley and south. Temperatures climbing up into the upper 50s. A great day to spend time outside. Go to the football games tonight or go to the season opener of the Utica Comets game tonight as well. Increasing clouds tonight, overnight lows falling into the 30s and 40s. And heading into Saturday morning to Saturday afternoon, cloud cover throughout the area, and for the most part, those rain showers still look to stay south of central New York. And looking into Sunday as well, this is what we're talking about in terms of rain showers. Lake effect rain primarily to the west, but we'll keep an eye on how far east some of these rain showers do arrive. And so for today, highs in the upper 50s, partly sunny skies tonight. Lows falling into the 30s, upper 30s to low 40s with increasing clouds. Our 7-day forecast, as I said, the weekend forecast looking mostly dry with cloudy skies both days. Heading into Sunday, into Monday and Tuesday, increasing chances for rain showers. Dry conditions are expected for Wednesday and Thursday.
From where the news comes first, this is News Channel 2 at 7 a.m. on CW11.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on the CW11. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm meteorologist Eric Gage, and for Hannah this morning.
Boy, you are fast. You got over quick from that weather center.
Oh yeah, I was trying to grab a beautiful shot of the Oneonta camera. I'll share it in a little bit. But it's a chilly start to the day too. Temperatures are hovering in the 30s across a lot of the area. North Country in the 20s.
Wow.
So yeah, definitely feeling more and more like the approaching winter time season. But we'll enjoy the fall weather for today. Beautiful conditions, partly sunny skies. Temperatures currently right now from some of our sky watches across central New York are in the 30s. Verona Beach, 33 degrees. Clinton with Bob, 32 degrees. Shawn Inlet, 32 as well. Mike in New Hartford, 35. And Jeff and Mohawk with 36 degrees. And wrapping up the southern valleys, 33 Cooperstown, Lawrence, Edmiston, 35 Milford. Deb and Harwick, 30 degrees. And 38 degrees on the warmest side over in Westford. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2. Top of the radar, we are quiet across central New York with no rainfall expected for today. Again, some sunshine and beautiful fall-like days expected. Weekend looking mostly dry. We're going to be fighting some cloud cover, though, those of you who are wanting to watch the partial solar eclipse. But regardless, cool fall-like weather will continue for the near future. And for today, high temperatures climbing up into the upper 50s with partly sunny skies. Again, a great end of the work week. We'll look in more detail on what to expect for tonight, plus the full weekend forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. A portion of Route 12 south in
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. Sunrise a few minutes ago, and for some of the area, seeing some patchy fog. In fact, here's a live look at Oneonta from Oneonta camera atop Hartwick College, and a bit hard to see the sunrise as some valley fog has developed. Beyond that, though, clear skies across some parts of the area with cloud cover in the North Country. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are quiet and dry across central New York this morning. And overnight lows on the very chilly side. Take a look at these temperatures right here. 27 Old Forge, 29 Woodgate, 31 degrees in Camden, 30 degrees in Morrisville. Even Rome checking in with 33 degrees, a degree above freezing in some parts of the Mohawk Valley. A look at your weekend forecast, starting out with Saturday. The Mohawk Valley and North Country seeing mostly cloudy skies, spared from the rain showers that could be arriving for the southern valleys as a stationary front slowly moves across the area. For now, we'll leave the rain showers in the forecast for the southern valleys, but that could change as we get new information coming up this afternoon and this evening. Regardless, though, mostly cloudy skies for Sunday, as lake effect clouds and light rain primarily stay west of central New York, but for the most part will still remain dry. But looking at this temperature, still a seasonably cool and pleasant fall weekend in store for us for this coming weekend. The bigger picture, we are talking about a stationary front currently over Michigan, Wisconsin, and so heading into the upper peninsula of Michigan. This will slowly shift its way east as we head into tonight and into tomorrow. And notice right here, those rain showers kind of squeezing across that frontal boundary. This high pressure here, if it rains strong, will keep these rain showers south of central New York. But for our forecast for today, temperatures starting out in the 30s, warming up into the 50s by this afternoon, with cloud cover in the North Country still lingering for the most part of today, with sunshine across the rest of the area. Increasing clouds tonight, lows falling into the 30s and 40s. And for tomorrow, again, mostly cloudy skies, those rain showers generally staying south of central New York. And so for today, highs in the upper 50s with partly sunny skies. Tonight, increasing clouds, lows falling into the upper 30s to low 40s. And our 7-day forecast, again, mostly cloudy skies Saturday and Sunday, remaining dry for Monday and parts of Tuesday as a coastal low moves across the area. Wednesday and Thursday, of course, still looking dry. And the big news is the temperature still remaining right around average for this time of year for the next several days.
Here is meteorologist Eric Gage in for Hannah this noon. Hey there, Eric.
Hey, Gary, and a great word, vivid, to explain the day today. Some sunshine, beautiful fall colors in the trees up here on Smith Hill and Deerfield, and across New York State. Blue skies, some cloud cover here and there, especially in Lawrence and Coldbrook in the North Country and Southern Valleys. Also, say hi, you're on TV, a certain person who is working on some of the weather stations up there in Redfield on the New York State Mesonet Camera Network. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We currently have dry conditions across central New York as of noon, and what we're tracking for today, still some more sunshine. Weekend is looking mostly dry. We're fighting cloud cover, though, because we do have a solar eclipse coming in tomorrow. I'll get more detail on that coming up in the next half hour. On top of that, too, cool fall-like weather will continue for the near future. And for today, highs approaching the upper 50s with partly sunny skies, dry weather continuing, great football weather for Friday Night Lights tonight. And on top of that, I'll go into more detail in your full weekend forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Israel has ordered the entire population of
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Happy Friday. It's turning out to be a very pleasant day after a chilly start this morning. Some areas that haven't seen frost yet got their first frost of the season. Now currently, temperatures are in the 50s. A live look at downtown Utica from Nexus Camera. Partly sunny skies across the Mohawk Valley as of noontime. And a different story for the cloudiest portion of our viewing area in Oneonta. However, the sunshine is starting to peek out as these clouds are slowly starting to shift their way out to the east and slowly burn up in the atmosphere. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are quiet across central New York as of noon. Dry weather expected for this afternoon and this evening. In fact, great weather to go out and enjoy some Friday night football under the lights. It's good weather conditions for kickoff. Temperatures in the low 50s with partly cloudy skies. Halftime, more on the chilly side in the mid to upper 40s. Grab that lighter jacket, but no umbrella is needed, as again, dry weather is expected throughout the entire evening and into the night. Your detailed weekend forecast starting out on Saturday. Mostly cloudy skies expected for the North Country and Mohawk Valley. Can't rule out rain for the southern valleys. As a matter of fact, the northernmost portion of our models indicate rainfall could go as far north as Route 20. However, most of these rain showers will trend to stay south. Northernmost extent roughly around Sidney, Norwich, and Chenango County. And for the most part on Sunday, cloudy conditions with some sunshine peeking out in the evening in the Mohawk Valley. Regardless, though, expect a average weekend fall-like with temperatures in the 50s. The bigger picture, this is what we're monitoring right here. These rain showers coming off a stationary front, and how strong this high pressure remains tomorrow will determine how far north these rain showers go. And again, we do have a good understanding that these rain showers will largely stay south of the Mohawk Valley and North Country. And so, on our skycast for today, partly sunny skies, a great fall day to spend time outside. Temperatures warming up into the upper 50s. Overnight lows tonight down into the upper 30s to low 40s, with mostly cloudy skies to start out your Saturday. Then for Saturday afternoon, we're still dodging a few clouds, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. And then heading into Saturday night, skies will clear out just briefly, enough for temperatures to fall right back down into the upper 30s to low 40s once more. And then for Sunday, lake effect coming off Lake Ontario west of central New York. And for the most part, we look to remain clear of any real rain showers for Sunday lasting into the evening. But on the chilly side, though, highs only in the upper 40s. And so for today, highs in the upper 50s, partly sunny skies. Tonight, increasing clouds, lows falling into the upper 30s to low 40s. Our 7-day forecast. Again, this weekend is looking mostly dry with some clouds both Saturday and for Sunday. And for the most part, these mild fall-like temperatures continue for the next several days. Gary?
Today looks pretty good, though.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, just wear a sweater.
Sweater weather, I would say that too.
Maybe in a jacket.
Jacket, sweater weather, yeah. No t-shirt, though, unless you want.
That's right, Eric. Thanks. Well, for Americans looking for a holiday getaway, let's look at the weather in this half hour. Once again, here is meteorologist Eric Gage.
We do have a solar eclipse tomorrow with hopefully the weather cooperates, and the path of it won't be directly over us. It's only a partial solar eclipse over our area. Roughly about 20% of the sun will be covered. The total part of the path will be in the southwestern portion of the U.S. And a look at our cloud cover forecast as of noontime. Unfortunately, it might not be the best case scenario for viewing this. The North Country and portions of southern valleys will be covered by dense clouds. However, we are just going to be praying for at least some breaks in the clouds, especially in the Mohawk Valley, the I-90 corridor between there and Route 20. And on top of that, too, if we do miss the chance to see this one, don't worry. We have a total solar eclipse on the path of Utica next year, April 8th, 2024. And that'll be a much more spectacular viewing there. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are quiet across central New York as of 12:32. And for today, highs approaching the upper 50s, with partly sunny skies. I would take those 80s, at least for now. And of course, we do have some more sunshine this evening. Great football weather. On top of that, we have more details on the weekend forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Flip that 58 to 85. Sounds good to me. Eric, thanks. Brand new this afternoon.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon and welcome back. After some patchy fog, chilly temperatures this morning, some of us already seeing the first frost of the season. It has quickly warmed up into the mid-50s in the Mohawk Valley. First, though, let's take a look at Bald Mountain up near Old Forge, sent in by Matt. You can see the lack of color in a lot of the areas as some of the higher elevations in the north, due to the rain and wind this past weekend, got rid of a lot of those extra leaves. Now, there is still some color on some of the trees. You actually can picture in downtown Old Forge as well, and there is still plenty of bright oranges and reds. And regardless, though, our fall foliage report shows a lot of the North Country past peak. Again, still some colors in those outlying areas, and especially in those elevations directly surrounding the North Country as well. And the Southern Valley is also seeing peak fall colors at this point. The Mohawk Valley, just about a week away from seeing those vivid, beautiful colors. Already starting to see plenty of them pop up across the area. And a live look at downtown Utica from an Nexus camera. Still partly sunny skies are expected today as a north wind brings with it a chance for some thicker clouds, but no rainfall is expected for today. And you can see that on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2. Doppler radar, all is quiet across the area. And a look at your forecast for the weekend. Heading into Saturday, mostly cloudy skies expected for a lot of the area. Sunshine maybe peeking out if it can with those thin clouds Saturday evening. Temperatures in the mid-50s. Rain showers possible in the Southern Valley, especially south near Sydney and Norwich being the northernmost extent as a stationary front continues to move east. And then for Sunday, a little cooler, highs in the upper 40s to low 50s with mostly cloudy skies. And again, sunshine could peek out in the Mohawk Valley in the evening. And this is what we're dealing with right here, a stationary front that's getting pancaked by this high pressure to the north. And you can see right here that the rain showers are moving north and then kind of flattening out right here. And that's the northernmost extent of that front, which again should still stay south of a lot of the area here in central New York. So, on our Skycast for today, high temperatures climbing up into the upper 50s with partly sunny skies, so some lingering clouds in the North Country. Overnight lows tonight falling into the upper 30s to low 40s. And for your Saturday, still mostly cloudy skies. Other than that, not too bad for a fall day. Highs in the mid 50s with some spotty rain showers possible along that frontal boundary, again in the Oneonta, Norwich area extent of the northernmost portion of those rain showers. Regardless, though, heading into Sunday, lake effect to the west of our area should still stay clear of a lot of central New York, but maybe a stray shower possible closer to sunset. And beyond that, though, we could be seeing some sunshine briefly in the valley in the evening. And so for today, highs in the upper 50s, partly sunny skies tonight, increasing clouds, lows falling into the upper 30s to low 40s. Our 7-day forecast looking at a very nice fall day for your Friday, wrapping up the work week. Heading into this weekend, still those rain showers thankfully stay south of a lot of the area. If you do have outdoor plans, Saturday and Sunday, although on the cooler side, should be pretty okay.
60s next week.
Yeah, not too bad.
Eric, thanks. Now to the story we had
Let's check in on the weekend forecast and Friday night football, of course. Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Looking good tonight. The games are going to be dry and the weekend is going to be dry. So we're looking at a continuation of seasonably cool weather. But I mean, for folks that are just looking to get out and enjoy a nice fall night, this is going to be a perfect night. Just make sure you're dressed appropriately. Temperatures will drop into the upper 40s this evening under partly cloudy skies. But again, it's dry. It should be a really nice night across central New York. What about the weekend? Well, we're looking at dry weather. We're going to be watching an area of low pressure working in from the south. That'll bring us extra clouds as we head into both Saturday and Sunday. Our current temperature is not bad, 58 degrees, and it's not going to be as cold tonight. A lot of places last night dropped into the 20s and low 30s, but tonight temperatures will be about 10 to 15 degrees warmer. Looking at cloudy skies throughout the weekend and looking ahead to next week, a noticeable warming trend to talk about. Partly cloudy skies this evening, temperatures in the 50s. Again, we're going to take a look at that weekend forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
A 21-year-old from Herkimer.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We've got a pretty nice weekend ahead. Cloudy skies, but generally dry. This morning, a cold start. A lot of places saw frost and officially down to 32 degrees at Griffiths. This marks the end of the growing season officially at Griffiths in Rome as we have fallen to 32 degrees. Some of the colder pockets got down into the 20s. We will not be getting that cold tonight because cloud cover returns. The clouds last night cleared out, and that really helped cool things down. But tonight, clouds are back, and they will be sticking around throughout the weekend. The weekend looks pretty nice for the middle of fall here in central New York. 56 for the high tomorrow, 52 on Sunday. Sunday looking slightly cloudier than Saturday. We may see a few breaks of sunshine Saturday morning, but I think the clouds will be winning the skies here. It's just a sign of the times as we get into the cooler season. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, it is dry. The clouds are starting to thicken up. We did see a decent amount of sunshine today in the Mohawk Valley. It's a live look in downtown Utica. We're dry over the weekend. Few rain chances next week, Monday and Tuesday in particular, but not really looking at much in terms of rainfall over the next 7 days. A reminder, we have that solar eclipse taking place tomorrow from noon to 2:30. We're not going to be in the epicenter of this. That looks to be south and west, well to the south and west, but the moon could cover as much as 20% of the sun. Sky conditions look questionable. It does look like we're going to be dealing with clouds here on Saturday. So the weather will be turning cloudy as low pressure works in from the west. You can see a lot of rain out towards the Great Lakes. This weather system will pass to the south. It gets deflected by high pressure, and we're going to be right on the edge of this, so we'll see plenty of cloud cover with it, but the rain looks to stay across the southern tier, and most of the heavy rain falls in Pennsylvania in the mid-Atlantic. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight, looking at partly cloudy skies early, and clouds will thicken up overnight. We'll start out Saturday morning with a few breaks of sunshine early in the day, but then the clouds will thicken up throughout the afternoon. High temperatures climb into the mid-50s. Tomorrow night, some breaks of the overcast. Sunday looks cloudy but dry. High temperatures climb into the low 50s. Tonight, increasing clouds, a low of 41. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, temperatures in the mid-50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. After some rain showers Monday and Tuesday, the weather starts to warm up. We actually see some changes ahead. Some sunshine Thursday and Friday. Temperatures climb into the 60s. And coming up in a few minutes, we're going to take a look at where the best places to go to see the fall colors this weekend would be.
Okay, all right, Bill, thank you. Got a history lesson to head north. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardes once again.
Yeah, we're talking about fall colors. We're starting to see the colors come out across the Mohawk Valley. Where the North Country saw peak color last week, it is considered past peak, but there's still a lot of nice color to be had. But again, your best bet, if you are looking to get out this weekend, is to stick to the Mohawk Valley and the hilltops surrounding the Mohawk Valley. Weather-wise, it should be pretty nice. In fact, it'll be nice enough to cut the lawn, to rake the leaves, or to just mow the leaves. Why not? Get both done at the same time. The weather looks great this weekend. It's expected to stay dry. It won't be as sunny as today, but again, it will be dry both Saturday and Sunday. Rain showers return on Monday. Our MoCast, sponsored by Clinton Tractor. Looking dry across the region this evening. Great night for high school football. If you're taking the dog out for a walk, we are looking at dry conditions, and it will cool off pretty quickly this evening. Temperatures will drop down to the upper 40s after 7 p.m. Tonight's featured dog is Trixie from Clinton. And if you want to be part of this, head to Bill's Buddies on Facebook. I've got to look at the weekend forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
All right, Bill, thank you. A lot of please.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardes.
Good evening. The weather should be pretty nice this weekend if you're looking to get out, maybe do some apple picking. I know we're kind of towards the tail end of that season here in Central New York, but we still have a lot of things to do and nice weather to go along with it. We're dry this weekend. Temperatures will be in the upper 50s, which is perfect fall weather in this part of the country. If you're trying to look for the solar eclipse tomorrow, I know it's not a full solar eclipse locally, but it is a partial eclipse, and it takes place between noon and 2:30. This is a look at the cloud cover forecast. I think we're going to have clouds across a good portion of central New York, but there will be a few breaks in the overcast in the morning to early afternoon in and around the Mohawk Valley. So we'll call it mostly cloudy, and maybe with a little bit of luck, you might catch a glimpse of this here for that window of time when it's taking place again early tomorrow afternoon. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet across the region. Downtown Cooperstown looking very busy. It is a busy time of the year here in central New York. A lot of folks looking at the fall colors. Again, if you want to look at the best colors, stick to and stick to the Mohawk Valley and surrounding hilltops. The Adirondacks are now considered past peak. The weather stays dry over the weekend. Some showers return early next week on Monday and Tuesday. No heavy rain in the forecast, by the way. Barneveld, 54 degrees. Jeff and Mohawk, our Skywatcher with 56. Eric and Inlet, 52. Across Southern Valleys, MJ and Sequoit, 52 degrees. Mark and Milford with 53. Paynes Hollow checks in with 55. The next weather system approaches from the west. Tomorrow, this area of low pressure is going to bring rain into the mid-Atlantic. This storm track is going to dive this system to the south and east. We've got high pressure that will kind of help block this from bringing rain to our area, but we do see the clouds with it on the northern fringe. Tonight, increasing clouds, overnight lows drop down into the low 40s. Not as chilly tonight as last night. We'll stay away from frost. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies. Again, a few breaks in the overcast early, and the clouds will just kind of fill in throughout the day. But we do stay dry. High temperatures climbing to the 50s. Tomorrow night, a few breaks in the overcast. Sunday, looking mostly cloudy with high temperatures in the low 50s, a little bit cooler Sunday afternoon. Increasing clouds tonight, low 41. Tomorrow, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies and high temperatures in the mid-50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. A few showers around for Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures in the upper 50s. The weather starts to change. Looking at sunshine Wednesday and warmer temperatures with highs in the 60s on Thursday and Friday. We'll be right back.
With the forecast heading into the weekend with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Yeah, the weather looks good as we head into the weekend. It's dry. Clouds will be back here, but the weather should cooperate. High school football weather should be great this evening. Temperatures will be in the upper 40s, which is ideal football conditions for this time of the year. Again, we're expecting the weather to remain dry, not only this evening, but also throughout the weekend. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, all is quiet. Current temperature is 56 degrees. The clouds are starting to thicken up. The next area of low pressure will be passing just to our south. And with the clouds around tonight, it won't be quite as cold. We saw some frost in outlying areas last night. But again, tonight with clouds around, that won't be the case. Cloudy, but generally dry this weekend. And looking ahead, the weather does look to change. It looks like we have a warm-up expected late next week. Partly cloudy skies this evening, temperatures in the 50s. We've got to look at that weekend forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Comets fans have reason to smile tonight.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Nice to see the sunshine again today. It doesn't look like it's going to stick around the whole weekend, but the dry weather will. So if you're looking to get out and enjoy a fall weekend here in Central New York, it's a good one to do that. Tomorrow we're looking at temperatures in the 50s with mostly cloudy skies, dry, comfortable, and the leaves are looking really pretty in the Mohawk Valley. We're not quite at peak, but we're getting there in the lower elevations. On Sunday, cloudy skies, temperatures in the low 50s, cooler Sunday, but again, both days about the same weather-wise, light winds, and again, for this time of the year, being in the 50s, not too far from average. So you look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, things are looking quiet. Clouds are starting to work back in after a very sunny day. This is a live look in downtown Utica. We have a partial solar eclipse tomorrow. The best viewing, or at least where the totality will take place, is in the southwestern U.S., but we get about 20% coverage of the moon over the sun tomorrow. This takes place between noontime and 2:30, and this is a look at the cloud cover. It's not looking great. We're thinking it's mostly cloudy. A few possible breaks in the overcast. I think that's about as optimistic as we can be. We'll have a storm system to our south. It stays dry, but I think we'll have a lot of cloud cover taking place during that event. Again, that's from noon until 2:30. The best time to see it, if you had to pick one time, be shortly after 1:30. Temperatures this evening, not bad. In the 50s, Alder Creek 53, Fairfield 56, Inlet 52. So we are slightly below average. Usually high temperatures are in the upper 50s this time of the year. Westford 52, Milford 53, Paynes Hollow with 55 degrees. A lot of our Skywatchers, by the way, reporting frost earlier this morning. A lot of temperatures in the low 30s, even some upper 20s. So it was definitely a cold night. So you look at the radar and satellite image, the next area of low pressure works in from the west, but again, most of this heads to our south and east. It looks rainy across the mid-Atlantic, but dry locally. Tonight, with clouds returning, we'll stay away from frost. Overnight lows drop down into the low 40s. Looking at mostly cloudy skies throughout the day Saturday, but again, it does look dry. Temperatures climb into the mid-50s. Partly cloudy skies tomorrow night, more cloud cover Sunday. Temperatures slightly cooler with highs in the low 50s. Increasing clouds tonight, low of 41. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, temperatures in the mid-50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. A few light rain showers Monday and Tuesday, but then the weather changes. It starts to warm up. We get some sunshine. A very nice fall stretch here by the end of next week.
All right, Bill, thank you. Still to come here on News Channel 2. Ed.
Forecast. We bring in Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Let's get the weekend started on. You know what? Earlier in the week, this was supposed to be garbage. That's not too shabby. I'll take it.
Oh, it's dry. I mean, it's not full sunshine like today.
Sure.
But it's dry. So you can't really be too picky this time of the year. Temperatures will be in the 50s both Saturday and Sunday. Pretty nice weekend ahead. Live look outside. Again, looking at quiet conditions on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We will notice cloud cover rolling into the region tonight. That's going to keep temperatures from falling below freezing. Last night we had a lot of frost reported in our local area, but tonight it's not going to be the case. Still a chilly night. You'll likely need the heat if you've been using that for the past couple of nights. Overnight lows drop down into the low 40s. We are dry tonight. We're tracking cloud cover, which will likely prevent many of us from seeing the solar eclipse, but there is still a small chance that we could see it. We're taking a look at cloud cover on Saturday and also some warmer weather ahead. Look at the forecasts coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Cities across.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. If you're looking to get in some fall activities, maybe it's some apple picking. I know we're kind of at the tail end of the fall apple picking season, but it's still pretty nice out there. This weekend, it should be a good weekend for that. Cloudy skies throughout tomorrow. Temperatures climb into the upper 50s. We are looking at dry weather throughout the majority of the weekend. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look quiet. Downtown Utica, again, clouds starting to thicken up after seeing some sunshine today. If you're looking to, again, enjoy fall activities, maybe look at the leaves, you'll notice that the North Country is now considered past peak. So the Adirondacks, not the best place to go for the brightest colors. You'll want to stick to the lower elevations, the Mohawk Valley, the hilltops surrounding the Mohawk Valley. A lot of color here. As we continue into the next week or so, we'll be seeing peak color in the Mohawk Valley. Things are going to change quickly, too. If you haven't seen much color lately, with such a cool night last night, I think we'll be seeing those fall colors accelerating. Rainfall, again, dry the next couple of days. Some light showers return Monday and Tuesday. Unfortunately, the weather doesn't look to cooperate locally for tomorrow's partial solar eclipse. The best viewing is going to be in the southwestern U.S., where the path of totality will be taking place across areas like Texas, New Mexico, Utah, and Nevada. But again, locally, we're on the edge of this. Still, the moon does cover part of the sun. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to see much of it with cloudy skies in the forecast. You may see a few breaks in the overcast. You can't rule that out, but I'm not that optimistic. And the reason why is you've got low pressure working in from the west, and this is going to pass to our south, but it does bring a lot of cloud cover to the area. And the clouds thicken up tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the low 40s. We may see a few breaks of sunshine tomorrow morning. Again, optimistically, we might get that break or two into the early afternoon. The solar eclipse, by the way, taking place between noon to about 2:30. Weather conditions remain cloudy tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures climb into the upper 50s. Cloudy skies remain tomorrow night. Cloudy skies continue on Sunday with high temperatures in the low 50s. Increasing clouds tonight, a low of 41. Tomorrow, it's a mostly cloudy day with a high temperature of 56. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Cloudy on Sunday, 52. Showers around Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures in the mid-50s. weather starts to change next week. A little bit of sunshine.
Whoa.
Back into the 60s. It's going to feel like a heat wave.
No, and we'll take that for sure. All right, thanks, Bill. Coming up next, House Republican forecast gets you set for the weekend. Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis joins us now. Saturday, Sunday. This looks a lot better to me than it did earlier in the week.
Rain makes a difference, right?
Yeah.
Generally dry weekend. 50s, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
you just got to have your standards set. I mean, it is the middle of October here, so getting into the 50s and dry weather, really not bad considering this time of the year. We're looking at a lot of cloud cover here. Unfortunately, for those of you that want to see tomorrow's partial solar eclipse, I'm just not thinking we're going to have that much luck. I can't rule it out, but there's like a 90% chance it's going to be cloudy Saturday during the eclipse. Wish it was now, because we do have the clear skies. We're down to 42 degrees. As clouds continue to move in, though, that's going to help temperatures from free falling like they did last night. A lot of places last night dropped down into the 30s. We had a lot of places with frost. Even some of the colder spots dropped into the 20s. But again, that's not going to happen tonight. As clouds move in, we're looking at dry conditions out there overnight. You'll probably need the heat again if you've been using that to take the chill out every morning. And look for more of the same as overnight lows drop down into the low 40s to upper 30s. We've got a nice weekend ahead. We're tracking some warmer weather looking beyond the weekend. A look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Cities across the U.S.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. If you're looking to get out and do some fall activities, maybe some apple picking tomorrow, the weather does look dry. Temperatures climb into the upper 50s, but the cloud cover is going to be lingering around. Overall, a pretty nice weekend day is expected both Saturday and Sunday. It's a live look outside. Things are looking quiet. Some thinning in the cloud cover is helping temperatures cool off this evening, but clouds are expected to arrive tonight, and that's going to keep the temperatures from getting as cold as last night. Last night we had a lot of frost. Looking to take a look at fall colors across central New York. The North Country is not the place to go. It's now considered past peak, and we've been seeing some of the latest photos up there. There are a lot of trees that are bare, but you can still see a lot of color not far from the Mohawk Valley. And the Mohawk Valley is seeing some color. About half the trees have turned over. The best color is in the higher elevations, just north and south of the Mohawk Valley. We're a few more days away from vivid colors here in the Mohawk Valley. I think it's going to happen pretty fast after we've been seeing such cool nights. The weekend's looking dry. Some showers return as we look ahead to Monday and Tuesday. Tomorrow we have a partial solar eclipse taking place between noon to 2:30. And unfortunately, I don't think the cloud cover is going to cooperate. The best place to view this in the country is going to be in the southwest, where it's going to be a complete eclipse. But again, locally, we'll see about 20% coverage of the sun by the moon, again, noon to 2:30. Again, cloud cover, not looking great. We're thinking overcast skies during the event. Very small chance we can get a few breaks in the overcast, so I wouldn't completely rule it out, but again, just not looking optimistic here at this point. The reason why is low pressure moving in from the west. This is going to drop south and east, but we'll be on the northern fringe of this, and this is going to produce clouds across the region tomorrow. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, increasing clouds tonight, overnight lows in the low 40s. Tomorrow, it's looking overcast throughout most of the day. Again, a couple of breaks do show up on Skycast, especially in and north of the Mohawk Valley, so it is possible that we could get a few glimpses of that solar eclipse, but again, not looking that great here. We are dry tomorrow. Temperatures climb into the upper 50s. Tomorrow night, a few breaks in the overcast. And Sunday's looking like a cloudy day. High temperatures climb into the low 50s. A cooler afternoon. Increasing clouds tonight, low 41. Tomorrow, looking at mostly cloudy skies, temperatures in the mid 50s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Cloudy skies Sunday, 52. Showers Monday and Tuesday. The sunshine is back. We're looking at high temperatures in the 60s as we head into Thursday and Friday.
And you know, you're sitting next to me, and I was hoping we'd